Did you know that the symptoms of high cortisol can resemble menopause and perimenopause symptoms or even make them worse? Now, we need cortisol in order to deal with stress. But if we're exposed to high levels on a daily basis, ongoing, then it's not good for us. It can impinge on our emotional and our physical health. So today I'm going to talk about signs that your cortisol is too high and what you can do to help yourself. So, what is cortisol? Cortisol is known as our stress hormone. So, it's released in response to a stressful situation. So, something like the flight or fight. So, there's an emergency, our body is flooded with cortisol. That helps the body to cope with the immediate stress. It increases our alertness, it increases energy, it increases our focus, and it also helps to support other functions in the body too. The problem is that if this cortisol level remains high all the time and it doesn't go down, that can cause an awful lot of problems. Also, high cortisol levels can be caused by other issues that occur during the menopause. So it can be just the hormonal changes, puts our body into a state of stress. If we're getting very little sleep, our body's going to be in a state of stress. So if we're continually producing cortisol, it can create a whole load of imbalances in the body. So the key signs that you're overproducing cortisol, the really classic one is weight round the middle. So cortisol is used in stressful situations to promote the laying down of fat, because the body thinks that this stress is going to continue day after day. It's going to use up a lot of energy. So the body has to store this energy somewhere, and that's the one that goes round the middle. Excess cortisol can make us more anxious, more irritable, more kind of wound up, more irritated. So your mood can change very quickly from one minute to the next. Cortisol increases our cravings for sugar and carbohydrate foods. And very often you'll find that if you've been in a really stressful situation, the one thing you want to do is eat something sweet. So if the cortisol again is being produced day after day, you're going to have continual sugar cravings, which isn't going to help your weight at all. So excess cortisol can affect your sleep too. So sleep causes cortisol, and cortisol can affect sleep. It can stop you falling asleep. You might find that you get a very broken sleep, and you just can't relax at all. It can also cause fatigue and low energy. It can make you feel fired and wired all the time, which is, again, that can be so debilitating and so tiring. It can promote loss of motivation. You just got all this energy going on, and suddenly you just feel like you're a burst balloon. It can interfere with your blood pressure. It can cause high blood pressure. It can also give you that brain fog, and it can affect your immune system. So you can see already that all these symptoms of high cortisol are practically identical to ones that you can get in the menopause. And it can become this vicious cycle. So you've got lots of cortisol, which creates all these symptoms, which stresses the nervous system, which then creates more cortisol. And it's one of these situations that I always liken it to being stuck in a deep pit and you can't get yourself out. So you need to do lots of things. You need to help yourself, because this isn't something that will just go away on its own. So we're looking at combating stress. And I know that's easier said than done, and you'll all be going, how can we do this? So it's looking at your diet, it's looking at lifestyle too. So we're looking at dealing with stress itself. So that can be calming things. Remember, I always say 30 minutes me time a day is absolutely vital. And it's known that relaxation and meditation can reduce cortisol levels quite quickly. So this is a real worth its weight in gold, that 30 minutes me time. You can look at doing things like yoga, your deep breathing, and just trying to sort of calm down generally, if at all possible. It's about trying to improve your sleep. And I know that's another really difficult one. But there are lots of sleep lifestyle tips that you can employ just to help sleep that little bit more. Because of the blood sugar issue, because the cravings, you need to look at eating little and often. Take magnesium. It's absolutely great for cravings, and it's lovely for helping to calm the nervous system down. You can look at herbs such as Siberian ginseng and Avena sativa, and you can actually get a combination of both. So herbs like Siberian ginseng are an adaptogen, so they help your nervous system to become more robust and to help cope with things much more easily. You can look at exercise, really important, but don't do too much. If you do aggressive exercising or exercise for over maybe half an hour at a time, your body thinks there's another stressful situation and it will produce the cortisol. So you need to sort of temper exercise at this particular time. So walking is probably the best one. Again, you've got things like yoga. Swimming is another great exercise that you can do as well. Walking in nature, it's absolutely great. Forest bathing, the Japanese are so fond of, can be absolutely fabulous. And limit the bad things that rev up your nervous system. So that's things like caffeine, high sugar, and high salt take in as well. And remember the water, because dehydration will make absolutely everything worse as well. So I hope you found this one helpful. It's such a common scenario, and most of us will find ourselves in this cortisol vicious cycle. I know I did, and it took quite a few months just to resolve it with doing all these things and just making some minor changes in my life. If you have any questions on this, don't forget to ask. Tell me your stories. How did you resolve this? How did you make yourself feel better and calm yourself down? Remember, I love to hear all your stories and tips. Have a lovely week, and I'll see you soon.